Hello everybody, today we are going to take Unit 2 Period 7, A Taste of Palestinian Culture. And today we are going to take what things help to know or make a culture. In fact, we have many things help to make a culture. First of all, we can talk about music and the musical instruments. And you can say that oud is the most important instrument in Arab culture. And we have taken this before. And we have something else, which is important days and holidays. And as an Arab, you know that we have Al-Fitr Eid and Al-Adha Eid, and they are the most important days as an Arab culture. And here we have food, and food is, it is very important element to identify a culture or to know which culture is that. So let's see the other thing, which is buildings. And buildings are very important to identify or to know any culture. For example, we as Muslims very famous of mosques. However, Christians are famous of churches. So buildings are very important element to know a culture. Now let's see the other thing that makes a culture or helps to make a culture, which is languages. So as you know, as Arab, we speak Arabic. However, Americans or British, for example, speak what they speak English. And now let's see clothes. Are clothes very important element to identify culture? Yes, of course. So each culture has its own clothes. For example, you are as a Muslim are different from other girls, so you always wear hijab, and this is what makes you distinguished from other cultures. And now we have to talk about something else, which is religions. So religions are very important to identify a culture. We as Muslims, our religion is Islam. Now we are talking about Arab culture, and these are the things that make or help to make Arab culture. First of all, we have food, and the example for it, kebabs. And as we know, kebabs are very famous here in our Arab countries, as we said. Okay, now we have religion. As you can see, religion, it is the example Islam. So in our Arab culture, Islam is our religion. We have here important days and holidays, example Eid. The other thing, which is clothes, the examples for it is hijab. And we have language, example Arabic language. About buildings, the example is mosques. And here we have the music and the musical instruments, the example is oud. Now let's see activity 2, complete piece answers with words from the box, then practice in pairs. Now I will read the mini dialogue between A and B, please pay attention. So what kinds of things help to make a dialogue? ما هي الأشياء التي تساعد في بناء أو صناعة حضارة ما؟ B, a lot of things, clothes, language, religion, and food, for example. Here A, can you give any examples from Arab culture? B, yes, things like Arabic language, mosques, and oud as musical instruments, for example. Okay, now let's take the other activity, which is activity 3. And before we take it, we have to know what types of nouns or the types of nouns. So first of all, we have noun for person, example farmer, and noun for a place and example farm. We have noun for thing and the example farming. يعني عندنا 3 أنواع من اللي هو الأسماء. الأسماء المختصة باللي هو الأشخاص، والأسماء المختصة بالأماكن، والأسماء المختصة بالأشياء. Now in this activity بدنا نتعلم إنه لما نيجي نضيف ال ER لبعض الأفعال بنحصل على ال noun for person. So first of all we have read اللي معناها يقرأ. When we add ER we get what? We get the noun person اللي هو مين؟ reader. نحصل على كلمة reader بمعنى قارئ. We have write it becomes what? It becomes writer. Swim it becomes a swimmer. We should notice here that we duplicate the last letter. Do you know why? عارفين ليش ضعفنا الحرف الأخير في كلمة swim لما ضفنا لها ER? Because we have a vowel letter before the last letter. لأنه أنا عندي في حرف علة قبل الحرف الأخير. So we should what here? We should duplicate the last letter. So swim, swimmer. We have learn, learner. Lead, leader. Teach, teacher. Okay, now we have another some examples. The first one is teach, teacher. Sing, singer. Write, writer. Drive, driver. Now this is activity 3. Complete the sentences. Use pairs of words from activity 2. Make any changes needed. So here in these mini dialogues we have to choose between the verbs and the nouns for person. يعني بدنا نختار يا إما بدنا نحط في الفراغات يا إما الفعل يا إما إيه الnoun for person اللي هو اسم الشخص. A. Farida sings very well. B. Yes, she practices a lot and she's a good singer. Do you know why do we put singer here? بتعرفوا ليش حطينا singer here? Because there is an adjective before it. في قبلها ايه adjective واحنا بنعرف انه ايه the adjective describes a noun. إذا الادجكتيف بيوصف ايه يا تامن؟ بيوصف اللي هو الاسم and precedes it too وكمان ايه بيسبقه. Next to A. Omar and Khalid are good workers. Omar and Khalid are good workers. The same idea. We have good here. And good should describes what? Describe a noun. So this is the noun for person. ما ينفعش احكي لك عمر and Khalid are good work. I should write workers because there is good and good is an adjective. B. Yes, and they always come at the right time every morning and work hard. So why do I put work here not worker? ليش أنا حطيت work هنا مش worker؟ أكيد انتبهتوا إنه and هذه معطوفة على come يا تامن. ماخدالي بالك من come وcome هذا إيش ماله؟ verb. إذا اللي بعد الverb أو المعطوف على الverb إيش بده يجي verb. هذا أولا. ثانيا لاحظي لي كلمة hard الموجودة at the last or at the end of this sentence. hard هذه إيش نوعها؟ This is an adverb and we know that the adverb describes what? Describes a verb والverb هو مين؟ work. إذا ما ينفعش أحط هنا worker and we know the reasons. Okay, next 3. What kinds of stories do you write? وهنا طبعا كلنا بنعرف انه رايت لازم تيجي infinitive او لازم تيجي كفيرب لانه في عندي هنا ايه سؤال وفي عندي دو. انا بعرف انه بعد دو ايش لازم نحط الانفينيتيف. قلنا دو does did ايش بعدهم الانفينيتيف. تمام يا تامن. طيب B. I'm not that kind of writer. I'm not that kind of writers الأصل تكون. So أنا مش من هذا النوع من الكتاب. وطبعا يا تامن غالبا بعد كلمة of بيجيني ايه nouns. بينفعش أقول of write. It's of writers. All my books are about science. كل كتبي عن العلوم. So number 4. Mahmoud is a taxi driver, isn't he? So what do you mean by a taxi driver? All of us know that taxi driver means اللي هو سائق سيارة وبنعرف إنه مش لازم أحكي taxi driver. It's taxi driver. It is a noun. B. Yes, he used to drive a bus before. And do you notice that we have used to here? After used to, we should put the infinitive or we should put the verb. We cannot put driver. So it should be what? A verb. So yes, he used to drive a bus before, but now he drives a taxi. بنفعش أقول لك برضو but now he driver a taxi. But now he drives a taxi. ناخد بالنا يا تامن إنه هذا عبارة عن جملة في عندي subject ولازم يجي بعدها إيه verb. So after the subject is verb. Thanks a lot for your watching. هيك بنكون وصلنا لنهاية اللي هو period 7. See you soon next lesson. Bye bye.